Hello and welcome everybody back to the League of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Kebablord here, and we are continuing with Stronghold Crusader HD, the presentation of the customized AIs. So, we already got most of them covered. Last time it was the Emir, and now we are going for the Nizar. The Nizar is also one of those AIs who is super special, like, well, King Philip or Abdul. Abdul with building no food, King Philip with building no stone. And Nizar has this incredibly weird castle that I had to completely change to make him work. The main issue with him is that he did not build walls, and that is of course an incredible weakness, especially on mountain maps, because usually the Nizar heavily relies on moats, and while they work quite okayish on plain land, they also make his walking distances for his workers quite long, and that also weakened his economy quite a lot. Then there's also the thing that he's not really building siege engines, not really using ranged units during the sieges. He mostly relies on assassins.
Take care.
And yeah, unfortunately he doesn't really use them very effectively. But still, he can be a very interesting AI, and if you are not careful, you will have like 500 assassins climbing up your gatehouse and then walk straight to your lord and then kill you. That is something that can actually happen. So that is an enemy that can totally catch you off guard. But if you build your stuff halfway properly, then you are not running into any risks. So,
is falling.
yeah, fuck my popularity, seriously. And of course we have again a bard standing in the way. Like seriously, yeah, piss off and never be seen again. Oh well, so time to get some food stored. And time to also buy some wood to build up our economy. So Veneza has quite a strong economy. That is a good thing. But well, he who relies so heavily on assassins actually needs that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. As we've seen already, Veneza is also going for iron.
Not enough workers available to run this building. Not enough workers available to run this building.
And Veneza also has the main issue as Saladin and Wazir, that he is not building windmills with that much of a high priority. So I actually had to weaken his economy a little bit so that he builds it earlier. That is sometimes a bit weird how the AI handles those priorities.
Not enough workers available to run this building. Not enough workers available to run this building. Not enough workers available to run this building.
Yeah, screw the amount of workers that you are needing.
Not enough workers available to run this building. This building has no labor, my lord. Not enough workers available to run this building. Not enough workers available to run this building. Not enough gold. Not enough workers available to run this building.
So for now I'm building the few hovels outside. I will later put them inside. It's just, again, I don't really have a plan yet what to do with the castle. And yeah, as you can see, the Nizar or Nazir, because the voiceover could also not really decide, is prioritizing building the castle walls quite hard. Meaning that the economy, at least at the beginning, is super basic.
Not enough workers available to run this building. Not enough workers available to run this building. Not enough workers available to run this building.
Okay, I built walls wrong. Nice.
Not enough workers available to run this building. Not enough workers available to run this building. Not enough workers available to run this building. Can't place that there, my lord.
Come on, first iron to be sold. And now the first stone deliveries come in as well.
Not enough goods.
Allowing us to buy more wood.
Not enough gold. Not enough workers available to run this building. 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 Not enough workers available to run this building.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we can get rid of those here. And I believe he builds 8 or 9 hovels. We'll see, in worst case we will have to get rid of one. So, the means of recruitment are being built outside. So, as you can see, a very small and focused economy. So, and also an interesting part because, well, again, I wanted to give Nizar some walls to make sure that he works also on mountain maps, and to still keep his character, I decided to have some modes also on the inside of walls, so that the enemy can also not just break through on plain maps, and instead we'll have to focus on the gates, and the gates will have a lot of killing pits.
Warning, your lordship. Not enough goods.
There are also some other nice surprises, but we will see about those, right?
Stone stocks are too low, sire.
Your popularity is rising.
Yay, good for my popularity. So, and so far he still only uses 3 hovels. Yeah, might take some time until he really gets dangerous. He has a very long build-up time. I just noticed that I built all the towers a bit wrong.
Stone needed. More stone is needed.
Also, thanks to the lots of modes that that Nizar is using, he's actually a quite efficient defender against most AIs.
Can't place that there, my lord. Can't place that there, my lord. Can't place that there, my lord. Can't place that there, my lord.
Feel the power.
Of course, I built one tower wrong again. Well, that was the only one that was actually built right, but you know what I mean. Compared to how I wanted to build everything, I made here a little mistake, and I'm now adapting all towers to that. But in general, yeah, the Nizar is considered by the internal rating of Stronghold Crusader quite a strong enemy due to the use of assassins. But he's incredibly weak due to using no siege engines. If a gate is properly defended, then he's dead. And his attacks are not really strong then. Yeah, just use masses of archers and you are fine, because, well, those assassins can't deal shit. And sometimes he just uses them to plainly attack walls, so he's even using them in a really inefficient way. Which is unfortunately super unsatisfying.
Recruits needed, sire. Recruits needed, sire. Recruits needed, sire.
Okay then, so time to build the last towers.
Morning, your lordship. Work on this building is
start using beer.
functioning, my lord.
So the children are now gone, that is great. Then I guess we can now start digging the moat.
Your grace. Manning siege equipment. Manning siege equipment. نحن في خدمتك.
1, 2, 3, 4. Time to man all these towers.
هلم.
Because I totally want to avoid a surprise attack by like 100 assassins and then losing already. Because one can never be too careful.
Not enough goods. The people worship you, sire.
Though I highly doubt that this is going to
Our
happen that
treasury
early,
is
but
emptying.
better safe than sorry, right?
The granary is full, my lord. The stockpile is full, my lord. The people are not afraid of you at all, my lord.
Oh, they have no reason to be, right? They are being nice this time.
You are worshipped as the kindest man in all the Our treasury is emptying.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So many how many hobbits does he
The
have now?
granary is full, my lord.
6 already. Still less than I have.
Feel
So
the
yeah, in
power.
worst case I will have to get rid of some. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
سوف تتم. نزحف.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the next 20 archers for being placed on the tower.
Extortionate taxes are crippling me. I have very little left myself.
The people worship you, sire. Our food stocks are dwindling, my liege.
Oh, there they were first. Assassins are coming. As I said, as soon as you have enough archers, totally no problem at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
نحن تحت أمرك. هلم.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, only one last tower that needs to be manned. I'm unsure yet if I'm going to man the gatehouses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
كما ترغب. سنترك حالا.
Okay, now he has 7 hovels already. Yeah, I think I will put some archers there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
لنصرك.
Just in case. Yeah, I'm actually quite happy with that little small castle. That's basically all the defense that we are ever going to need against Venita. Because again, his attacks are so incredibly ineffective. Yeah, I mean, the game, as you can see, 3 blue stars.
Slowly, invisibly, your death will come upon you.
Oh yeah, there's his army. We just can't see it yet. And there it is.
It's a rout.
Attack over. So, yeah, with 3 blue dots, that actually means the game considers him to be stronger than the Emir or the Wazir or Frederick.
A message from the Nazir.
Stinking breath of the north. Do not try and escape your fate.
I mean, that is just one blue dot less than Salah ad-Din or Richard the Lionheart, so, yeah. I'm not really convinced that, again, this castle is a major improvement compared to his normal ones. Okay, we are definitely producing too much beer and too much stone. So, how many hovels are you using now? 8. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well done. Since we have to use these anyways.
A message from the Nazir.
Slowly, invisibly, your death will come upon you.
So yeah, in general, what would be the main route of attack? I mean, of course, you can simply get rid of the enemy wall by using catapults and so on, but still you have then to get rid of 2 modes, which is a bit much. And especially with the high amount of archers that the Nizar is using, especially compared to the Emir or the Wazir. He's also using a little bit of pitch, as you can see on the
A
braziers.
message from the Nazir.
When the sun is at its highest, you will feel the heat of my breath.
Feel the power.
And now you just heard the narrator saying Nazir, despite the name being written Nizar. That is just here, Nizar the Silent, as you can read. And that is why it's unsure what his actually name of the AI is.
It's a rout.
But yeah, so instead you would simply go here for the main gatehouse. Also, again, a rule for me was to not use drawbridges. Yeah, drawbridges, true. I've already recorded too much today. Yeah, drawbridges. Because they simply bug out the AI. Usually in AI, when it closes the drawbridge, it actually demolishes all the economy outside. So instead I plastered these ways with killing pits and so on, with killing pits and pitch. And then you have to go through these routes again.
A
Killing
message
pitch,
from the Nazir.
When the sun is at its
killing pits,
highest, you will
pitch,
feel
and
the
so on.
heat of my
So this is actually quite a deadly
It's a
defense.
rout. It's a rout.
Yeah, we are simply going to use an amount of assassins that the enemy cannot
It's a rout.
resist. So if we go with like 500 assassins up here, we can simply scale the walls. So I believe we will go with a bit more than just 500. Aside from that, as you can see, small focus academy. Now he's having 9 hovels. So it was actually not necessary to get rid of that. Yeah, I prepared the castle for building 10, as you can see here's still a gap available, but I don't believe he's ever going to use it. Yeah, we could otherwise simply go with many archers into the front and get rid of his tower guards, but unfortunately, since he's having so many archers on his castle walls, or well, on the towers, that would not be very efficient.
A message from the Nazir.
You have nowhere to hide, nowhere to run.
Assassins are scaling the walls, sire.
And a few of them even came up the wall. Interesting. I mean, I could use a drawbridge there and then I would be totally safe. Drawbridges on both sides. Then the enemy couldn't do anything, but I don't want to risk the AI to bug out.
It's a rout.
So, what will actually be the next enemy? I think it will be either the Marshal or the Sheriff. I believe it is going to be the Marshal. also again an AI that is very special. So in general, most of the new AIs have some weird habits. But in the end, they have an interesting character, so there's that. And that is how they complement the roster. It wouldn't be fun if they would not have any weird specializations. Oh, yeah, 500 assassins already. Well done. No, I miss this option from Stronghold Legends where you could simply recruit 20 units with just one click. There was actually a slider that would determine how many recruits you're using at the same time. That was nice.
A message from the Nazir.
When the sun is at its highest, you will feel the heat of my breath.
That sounds gay. But okay, I'm willing to accept that, Nizar. I honestly don't care. So...
It's a rout.
نحن في خدمتك. نزحف.
Oh, 2 of our archers got hurt.
نحن تحت أمرك.
4 of them actually, yeah, because sometimes a single assassin was able to scale the
The
gators.
granary is full, my lord.
Feel the power.
Well, now we can simply go to the unit cap. I mean, at this point, nobody cares anymore. Now we should have 1,000 assassins or something down that line. And of course it is a bit ironic to kill the Nizar with assassins.
The stockpile is full, my lord.
Oh, is the enemy going for another attack? Yeah, and there's even nearly
Your
500
army
men.
is approaching its maximum size.
نحن
It's a
على
rout.
Yeah, then time to move out with my troops as well.
المسيرة الطويلة.
A message from the Nazir.
When the sun is at its highest, you will feel the heat of my breath.
We are under attack.
It's a rout. It's a rout.
They always build such an interesting formation. Okay then, assassins!
الشفرة حادة. مستحيل.
I bid you a lot of fun.
It's a rout. A message from the Nazir. A message from the Nazir.
Why are you not going there? Seriously, I'm clicking here and the AI is dropping out. Okay, so 1000 assassins does not work due to simple stupidity.
لن تسمع شيئا.
Pathfinding. Yep, I lost.
Message from the
Thanks.
Nazir.
Your end is coming. It runs towards you. Can you hear it?
I mean, I knew of all these pitch modes, but I didn't know that the pathfinding of the assistants was so bugged. Okay, good, great, thank you, game. I hate you for that.
سموكم.
Assassins are not doing what they are being told. Okay, great. Whoever was thinking of that. I mean, I know they tried to avoid the fire, and that is why they wanted to go to the back house.
Granary is full.
To the back gatehouse. But even when the fire was out, they were still going towards the airport. Besides this here being the most direct route.
The stockpile is full, my lord.
That is a typical case of a unit thinking it is more intelligent than the one giving the commands. And that is also why for a great UI UX, you rather make things a little bit more stupid so that the player still has the control, and that if it fails, the player knows it's his fault. It's their fault. Because otherwise you risk that the player simply blames the game, like, yeah, the game is retarded. Which is what I'm just doing. Because, well, the assassin pathfinding is retarded. Yeah, if they would simply march through the fire when I give the order, it would make it my mistake to do it. So yeah, so much about the little UI design. Don't try to make the most intelligent system. You have no idea what the user wants to do. You cannot foresee all the use cases the player wants to do, and therefore rather make something simple, something direct, and let the player do it. And only go very, very small steps in improving the UI. Same issue was, for example, with the Mass Effect series, putting everything on the same key. Because, well, it needs to be simple so that casuals can also control the game. So we have to make the game think for you, because context sensitivity is so great. So it was everything on the same key, like activating NPCs, interacting with the thing in the environment, getting into cover. Same button plus a movement key for switching cover into a different direction. Doing it forward is jumping over the cover. And maybe you can already see what this was leading to. It unfortunately meant that the player very often in the middle of a battle jumped into enemy fire. Which was just completely retarded. Oh yeah, sprinting was also on the same key with the forward direction, so yeah. That is just something that simply should not happen. Hey, UI UX, it's its own science.
It's a route. A message from the Nizar.
My men are faster than the wind, quieter than the snake. You are right to fear them.
And again, unfortunately I cannot use siege engines or anything else. I only can use archers, slaves and assassins. Oh, now they are trying to destroy the gatehouse.
It's a route.
That's so cute.
It's a route. A message from the Nizar.
Stinking breath of the north. Do not try and escape your fate.
And I thought the fight against the Emir was a pain in the neck, but no, the Nizar, due to the strong restrictions, now becomes a real challenge to kill. So this episode might actually be way longer than I originally anticipated. But I believe if I sent in around 1000 archers, I might actually be able to do a thing. Because then also the pitch won't be that deadly. And if I replace the fallen archers with assassins,
This really is the easiest castle I've ever not worked.
then we might be successful.
Not enough wood.
But that it has even come to this is a shame. We nearly had him. We nearly had him. If they would have listened to one of my orders instead of going to the other directions, then we would have killed him. But yeah, also in regards of motivation, the player must always be in control. So, If something happens that the player has no control of, then he loses motivation. Same with here. Again, pathfinding and so on is for that very reason super tricky. Especially if you don't want to be too micromanagement heavy. So yeah, if I fail, I must be failed because my skill was weak and not because the system did something. Because why should I care? Why should I put all my effort into it if the system is doing whatever it wants, right? That is the thought that then builds up, and then the player stops caring about the game and about his strategies, and that is why they are then leaving the game. Something that you, of course, always want to avoid as a designer. Something that unfortunately many UI designers still need to learn because they are too focused on mobile.
It's a rout.
The granary is full, my lord.
It's a rout.
Okay, so now we should have all the archers available. You are control group 1. You are the main force. You are control group 3. So let's hope this entire thing does not turn into a disaster again.
A message from the Nizar.
Watch your back, fool.
Okay then.
Recruits needed, sire.
Time to do one of the lamest strategies ever.
The granary is full, my lord.
Well, as long as it works, everything is fine, right? So, now we need those. I don't know if they are enough because of all the enemy killing pits. Why did I make this enemy more annoying?
Recruits needed, sire.
روحي متعطشة. المسيرة الطويلة. سموكم نصطاد.
Valiant effort. Feel the power.
ملاك الانتقام مستحيل. كما ترغب.
A message from the Nizar.
Yeah, now they dance. I told you to move!
سوف تتم. هلم. نزحف. سنترك حالا. نحن في خدمتك. هلم.
The granary is full, my lord.
نحن تحت أمرك. سموكم.
A message from the Nizar.
Killed in melee by archers. Yeah. So, now it's over.
Sire.
I never lost that many units against an enemy. It hurts. It hurts so much. Well, that is what happens. As you can see, actually, money-wise, Nizar is not that strong. And loses a lot of units because, well, not a very effective attacker. But yeah, he's mainly annoying and can surprise an enemy. And that is when, for example, an enemy AI has just started an attack that they have next to no units on their keep. And that is when Nizar can actually overpower an enemy defense. And that is how Nizar actually can from time to time kill, for example, a Richard, the Lionheart, or the Sheriff, or sometimes even Frederick. Simply because there are too few men on the towers to kill all the assassins before they reach the Lord. And that is why Nizar can actually be quite deadly against enemy AIs, though his attack forces are generally just weak. It is just about timing. With the right timing, he can kill. Oh yeah, aside from that, well, again, weird AI. So, as always, I hope you liked this episode. If yes, please consider giving it a thumbs up. It's always a great feedback for me. It keeps me happy, you know the thing. And if you have any feedback on Nizar and on my huge fail on killing 1000 assassins of my own, I will never forget that. Yeah. Type it down in the comments. I will make sure to read it all. And if you want to blame me directly, then join our Discord. You'll find an invitation link in the video description down below. And then you can flame around what an incompetent bastard I am, especially when handling assassins in this game. As I have just proven, yeah. So you would even be right. And yeah, if you want to get notified when the next video is up, and again, the next thing will probably be against the Marshal or the Sheriff, I think it is the Marshal, then yeah, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and the notifications are activated. And with that, I say goodbye and see you next time. Bye bye.